Ladies and gentlemen, we are living in a time where privacy has become a rare and precious treasure. The world is louder than ever, screens flashing, opinions clashing, and everyone rushing to broadcast their lives like a public spectacle. But hear me when I say this, not everything that is yours is meant to be displayed. Your dreams and goals, guarding the blueprint of your destiny. Dreams and goals are the seeds of greatness that God plants deep within each of us. They are the whispers of purpose, the divine blueprint of what your life is meant to become. But let me tell you something powerful. Not every seed should be sown in public soil. Dreams are fragile in their early stages, and if you're not careful about how and with whom you share them, they can be trampled, dismissed, or stolen before they have the chance to grow. You see, when Joseph in the Bible shared his dream with his brothers, their jealousy nearly cost him his life. They couldn't see the promise, they only saw a threat to their own position. This is a lesson for us all. Your dreams are not for everyone to understand. Some people won't celebrate your vision because it challenges their own sense of security. Others might not believe in it because they lack the faith to dream for themselves. And some, intentionally or not, will speak words of doubt and fear that could derail your confidence. Sharing your dreams prematurely can expose them to unnecessary risks. Think about this. When an architect draws up plans for a skyscraper, those plans aren't plastered on plaster for everyone to critique. They're kept private and trusted only to the team that's responsible for making the vision a reality. Your goals require the same level of protection. They need a safe space to develop away from the distractions and discouragements of the world. But guarding your dreams doesn't mean you're hiding them out of fear. It means you're nurturing them with wisdom. It means recognizing that some people are meant to cheer for you from the stands, but only a select few are meant to walk with you on the field. These are your trusted advisors, mentors, and supporters, the ones who will speak life into your vision, not tear it down. Keeping your dreams private also allows you to focus on the work required to bring them to life. When you spend too much time talking about what you're going to do, it's easy to get caught up in the applause of potential rather than the grind of progress. Let your actions speak louder than your intentions. Silence is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. It's a declaration that your faith in what's to come is greater than your need for validation right now. And let me remind you, not every dream is meant to be shared with everyone. Some dreams are between you and God, meant to be nurtured in prayer and quiet obedience. When the time is right, those dreams will manifest in ways that are undeniable. And when they do, the world will see the glory of what was built in private. So protect your dreams and goals. Cherish them. Invest in them. And remember this, the oak tree doesn't apologize for starting as an acorn. Great things begin in silence, but when they grow, they change the world. Your finances, protecting your wealth and your peace. Let me say this, money is not just about numbers on a balance sheet. It is a reflection of your priorities, values, and decisions. It's tied to your security, your dreams, and your ability to create a life of purpose. And because it's so deeply personal, your finances are one of the most sacred aspects of your life. In a world where everyone is eager to flaunt their run-the-file lifestyle and earnings, let me urge you to walk a different path. Keep your financial life private. Why? Because money invites opinions and not all of them are helpful. When people know too much about your financial status, whether it's abundance or struggle, they feel entitled to comment, criticize, or even manipulate. Publicizing your finances can create unnecessary pressure. It can lead others to either envy your blessings or pity your hardships. Neither response serves your growth or peace. If you're doing well financially, broadcasting your wealth can attract the wrong kind of attention. Some may seek to exploit generosity, while others may harbor resentment or jealousy. Success is something to be celebrated, but not every celebration has to be public. Sometimes quietly enjoying the fruits of your labor is the most rewarding way to honor your hard work and God's blessings. On the other hand, sharing your financial struggles can be equally problematic. While it's important to seek help when you need it, not everyone has the wisdom or compassion to respond with understanding. Oversharing your difficulties can make you vulnerable to judgment or even exploitation. It can also place unnecessary emotional burdens on people who are not equipped to help you. Keeping your finances private also allows you to make decisions that align with your values rather than external expectations. If you're constantly trying to keep up with appearances or meet the standards set by others, you risk losing sight of what truly matters to you. Privacy gives you the freedom to prioritize your goals, whether that's saving for a home, investing in a business, or giving back to your community without interference. Let's also talk about relationships. Finances are often a source of tension in families, friendships, and marriages. Transparency with the right people, like your spouse or financial advisor, is crucial, but broadcasting your financial details so everyone can invite unnecessary conflict. Money is a tool, not a measure of your worth or the strength of your relationships. Keep it in its proper place. Finally, remember that your finances are part of your testimony. They reflect your stewardship and faith. Being private about your financial life doesn't mean you're being secretive or stingy. It means you're exercising wisdom. It's about honoring what God has entrusted to you, managing it responsibly, and letting the results speak for themselves. In 2025, commit to guarding your financial life. Be humble in your abundance, wise in your struggles, and intentional in your decisions. Money doesn't define you. It's a resource to fulfill your purpose. Protect it, and it will protect your peace. Your relationship problems, preserving the bond and the trust. Let me tell you something vital about relationships, whether it's with your spouse, partner, or close family members. They are sacred spaces built on trust, love, and mutual respect. Like a house, relationships need a strong foundation to endure life's storms. And just like you wouldn't leave the windows open during a storm, you shouldn't open your relationship struggles to the world. Your relationship problems are not for public consumption, they're for private resolution. When you broadcast the cracks in your relationships, you invite more than just opinions, you invite interference. Some people, even with the best intentions, will offer advice that's rooted in their perspective, not yours. Others, consciously or unconsciously, might revel in your difficulties, using your vulnerabilities as a source of gossip or judgment. Neither helps to heal or strengthen your bond. The truth is, no relationship is perfect. Every couple, every family, every friendship faces challenges. But those challenges are not failures, they're opportunities for growth. Resolving those challenges requires a safe and private space where both parties can be honest, vulnerable, and willing to work things out without the pressure of public scrutiny. The moment you take those issues outside that sacred space, you dilute the intimacy that's necessary for healing. Let's talk about trust. When you share your relationship problems with people outside the relationship, you risk breaking the trust between you and your partner. It's hard to feel safe and open with someone when you're worried that your private struggles are being shared with others. Trust is the lifeblood of any healthy relationship, and once it's damaged, it takes significant effort to rebuild. Privacy also protects the dignity of the individuals involved. When you share your partner's flaws or mistakes with others, you not only expose their humanity, but also risk painting a one-sided picture of the situation. People hearing your story won't have the full context. They'll only see the conflict through your lens. This can create unnecessary resentment or misunderstanding among those who care about you. But let me clarify something. Keeping your relationship problems private doesn't mean you should suffer in silence. There's a difference between seeking wise counsel and oversharing. If you're facing serious issues, abuse, betrayal, or patterns of toxic behavior, reach out to a trusted counselor, pastor, or mentor who can provide guidance. Choose someone who will approach your situation with care, confidentiality, and a commitment to helping you grow. Keeping your relationship struggles private also helps you focus on solutions rather than validation. When you discuss your problems publicly, it's easy to get caught up in seeking agreement or sympathy instead of actively working toward resolution. Privacy allows you to shift the energy toward rebuilding trust, fostering understanding, and finding common ground. Remember, relationships are a journey, not a performance. They're meant to be nurtured in love, not judged by an audience. In 2025, let's commit to protecting the sanctity of our connections. Guard your relationship problems like precious treasures. They are not for the world to see. They are for you to heal, grow, and strengthen together. Your good deeds, letting your actions speak without seeking applause. Good deeds are the outward expression of a kind heart and a spirit that seeks to serve others. When you help someone in need, show compassion, or go out of your way to make a difference, you're aligning with a higher purpose. But hear me clearly, not every good deed needs to be announced, shared, or displayed for the world to see. In today's social media-driven world, there's a temptation to document and broadcast acts of kindness. The mindset often is, if no one sees it, does it really count? But the answer is simple, yes, it counts, perhaps even more so. True kindness comes from a place of sincerity, not performance. When your actions are motivated by a desire for validation, you risk turning what should be selfless into something self-serving. Let's reflect on this wisdom. The right hand doesn't need to know what the left hand is doing. This doesn't mean you should hide your good deeds out of shame. It means you should do them with humility. The impact of your actions isn't measured by the attention they receive, but by the lives they touch. Genuine kindness is about the outcome, not the recognition. When you publicize every act of generosity, you expose it to judgment and misunderstanding. Some people may question your intentions, others may downplay your efforts, and still others might feel pressured to compare their actions to yours. This creates an unnecessary cycle of competition rather than inspiration. Remember, kindness is not a contest, it's a calling. Keeping your good deeds private also nurtures a deeper sense of fulfillment. When you help someone without seeking acknowledgement, you experience the pure joy of giving. It's a sacred moment shared between you, the recipient, and often God. That kind of satisfaction cannot be replaced by likes, comments, or applause. Another reason to keep your good deeds private is that publicizing them can sometimes diminish the dignity of the person you're helping. Imagine someone receiving assistance only to see their struggles displayed online as part of someone else's highlight reel. Even if your intention is pure, the result can be hurtful. Privacy preserves the honor and respect of those you serve. But let me be clear, there is a time and place for sharing good deeds. When your actions can inspire others to give, unite a community, or raise awareness for a cause, sharing can amplify the impact. The key is in your motive. Are you sharing to spotlight the need, or are you sharing to spotlight yourself? In 2025, let us focus on making kindness a way of life, not a performance. Let your good deeds speak quietly but powerfully. Serve with a heart that's full, not a platform that's crowded. And remember this, the most profound acts of kindness are those that ripple through the world unseen, touching hearts in ways that no spotlight ever could. When you do good, let it be for the glory of goodness itself, not the glory of your name. Your family issues, protecting the sanctity of your song. Family is the bedrock of our lives, a place where love, support, and identity are cultivated. But let's be honest, even the strongest families face challenges. Disagreements, misunderstandings, and struggles are a natural part of any family dynamic. However, how you handle those issues can determine whether your family grows stronger or becomes divided. That's why keeping your family issues private is not only wise, but necessary. Family is sacred, and its challenges should be handled with care and discretion. When you expose your family's struggles to the outside world, you risk inviting judgment, gossip, and interference. Everyone has an opinion, but not everyone understands the complexities of your family dynamics. Outsiders often see only a fragment of the picture, and their advice or criticism, no matter how well-meaning, can be based on incomplete information. This can create more confusion than clarity. Sharing family issues publicly can also breed resentment within the family itself. Imagine a sibling, parent, or spouse discovering that their personal struggles have been shared without their consent. This breach of trust can deepen wounds and make resolution even more difficult. Family challenges require unity, not division. Privacy allows the family to focus on healing and understanding, free from external noise. Another important reason to keep family issues private is to protect the dignity of each family member. Every person has moments of weakness, poor judgment, or failure. When those moments are exposed, it can feel like an attack on their character rather than an opportunity for growth. Privacy ensures that mistakes remain a stepping stone for personal and relational development rather than a source of shame. This doesn't mean you should bottle everything up. There are times when seeking outside help is essential, whether through counseling, a trusted spiritual leader, or a close confidant. But the key is to choose someone who can provide wisdom and guidance, not someone who will spread your family's issues or use them against you. Share selectively with those who are invested in your family's success, not its downfall. Keeping family issues private also teaches valuable lessons to younger generations. Children and teens look to adults for guidance on how to handle conflict and adversity. When you model discretion, respect, and problem solving within the family, you teach them the importance of loyalty and unity. They learn that challenges can be overcome without airing them out for the world to see. Lastly, privacy allows your family to celebrate victories without the shadow of past struggles hanging over them. When challenges are resolved privately, the family can move forward with grace and dignity, unburdened by external judgment. The healing process becomes about growth and reconciliation, not about managing public perceptions. In 2025, commit to guarding the sanctity of your family. Handle issues within the safe walls of trust and love. Remember, your family is your foundation, and foundations need to be protected from the storms of outside interference. When you keep your family issues private, you create space for healing, growth, and the kind of unity that withstands life's challenges. Your next move, the power of silence and strategic action. In life, there is immense power and discretion, especially when it comes to your next move. Whether it's a career goal, a business idea, a creative endeavor, or a personal milestone, your plans are most effective when they're nurtured in silence. Let me tell you why. Not everyone needs to know your strategy, and not everyone will celebrate your progress. Keeping your next move private is a lesson in wisdom, focus, and protection. Think of your plans as seeds. When a farmer plants a seed, they don't dig it up every day to show it to the world. They let it grow beneath the soil, shielded from harsh winds and prying eyes. In the same way, your next move needs time to develop in a safe space before it's ready to be revealed. Announcing your intentions too early can expose them to criticism, doubt, or even sabotage from others. Not everyone will understand your vision. Some may question your capability, others may project their fears onto you, and a few may actively try to undermine you. This doesn't mean they're evil. It simply means they don't see what you see. Sharing your next move prematurely opens the door to unnecessary distractions, making it harder to stay focused on your goals. Silence, on the other hand, is a form of strength. It's not about secrecy for the sake of being mysterious. It's about protecting your energy and your ideas. When you keep your next move private, you can channel your energy into execution rather than explanation. You can work without the weight of outside expectations, doubts, or unsolicited opinions. Silence allows you to concentrate fully on the work that matters. Another reason to keep your plans private is the element of surprise. People can't interfere with what they don't know. When you move quietly, you reduce the chances of resistance and increase the likelihood of success. By the time the world sees your results, it's too late for anyone to disrupt the process that led you there. Your success becomes the loudest announcement of your intentions. Privacy also protects you from the trap of premature celebration. Talking about what you're going to do and create a false sense of accomplishment, making you feel as though you've already achieved something simply because others praised your plan. This can sap your motivation and hinder your progress. Let the results, not the plans, be the cause for celebration. But let me clarify, privacy doesn't mean isolation. It's important to share your plans with trusted mentors, advisors, or collaborators who can guide and support you. Choose people who genuinely want to see you succeed and who can offer wisdom and accountability. These are your inner circle, the ones you let into the process while keeping the world at bay. In 2025, let your next move speak for itself. Don't feel pressure to announce your intentions to the world. Instead, let your success be your declaration. Work quietly, diligently, and strategically, knowing that the most impactful moves are often made in silence. When the time comes, the results of your labor will shine brightly, leaving no room for doubt about the strength of your vision and the power of your execution. Your past mistakes, releasing shame while protecting your growth. Every person has a past, and within that past are mistakes, moments of poor judgment, wrong decisions, and failures. These mistakes, while painful, are often the very experiences that shape us, refine us, and push us toward growth. But hear me, your past mistakes are not the sum of who you are, and they are not for everyone to dissect. Keeping your past mistakes private is not about living in secrecy, it's about living in wisdom. We live in a time when people are quick to judge and slow to understand. If you make the mistake of sharing every detail of your past with everyone, you risk becoming a prisoner to their opinions. People may define you by what you've done rather than who you've become. They may see your scars, but fail to acknowledge the healing and transformation that follow. Privacy protects you from being reduced to a single chapter of your story when there is so much more to tell. Sharing your past mistakes with the wrong people can also invite unnecessary criticism, gossip, or even exploitation. Some individuals might weaponize your honesty against you, using your transparency as a tool for judgment or manipulation. Not everyone has the maturity or empathy to respond to your vulnerability with grace. That's why it's essential to discern who you trust with your story. But privacy doesn't mean denial or suppression. It means sharing your story wisely and intentionally. There are times when opening up about your past mistakes can inspire others, offer guidance, or build deeper connections. The key is to share when you're ready with those who can benefit from your story or provide genuine support. Your mistakes are lessons, not headlines, and they should be shared on your terms, not dictated by external pressure. Keeping your past mistakes private also allows you to focus on your present and future. Dwelling on or constantly revisiting your past can hinder your ability to move forward. Privacy helps you release the shame attached to those mistakes without the burden of public scrutiny. It gives you the freedom to redefine yourself based on who you are becoming, not who you once were. Let's also talk about growth. Sharing your mistakes too openly can sometimes backfire, especially if the wounds are still fresh. Healing requires a safe space, free from judgment or unsolicited advice. Privacy allows you to process your experiences fully, seek forgiveness if needed, and take steps toward becoming a better version of yourself. Once you've done the work, your transformation will speak louder than any confession ever could. And don't forget, your past mistakes are part of your testimony. They're evidence of God's grace, your resilience, and your journey of redemption. But not everyone needs access to your testimony. Share it selectively when it has the power to uplift, encourage, or teach. Remember, even a diamond's flaws don't diminish its value. They make it unique. In 2025, let's commit to guarding our past mistakes with wisdom. Acknowledge them, learn from them, but don't let them define you or become fodder for public opinion. Keep your focus on the person you're growing into and let your actions speak of your transformation. Your mistakes are not the end of your story. They're the foundation of a new chapter. Protect that chapter and let it unfold in grace and strength. Your personal life, guarding the sacred space of your authentic self. Your personal life is the heart of who you are, the private sanctuary where your thoughts, feelings, and experiences reside. It's where you connect with your true self, find peace, and recharge your spirit. In an era dominated by oversharing and constant connection, protecting the privacy of your personal life is an act of self-respect and self-preservation. Let me remind you, not every detail of your life belongs in the public domain. When you share too much of your personal life, you open yourself up to unnecessary opinions and judgments. People, even those with good intentions, may interpret your experiences through their own limited perspectives, offering advice or criticism that doesn't align with your truth. This can create confusion, self-doubt, and even feelings of inadequacy. Privacy shields you from these external pressures, allowing you to stay true to yourself. Keeping your personal life private also preserves your energy. Constantly explaining your choices, justifying your feelings, or managing other people's reactions can be emotionally exhausting. By drawing boundaries around your personal life, you free yourself to focus on what truly matters: your growth, happiness, and well-being. Privacy is not about secrecy. It's about conserving your emotional resources for what serves your higher purpose. Let's talk about trust. Sharing personal details with the wrong people can lead to betrayal or misuse of your vulnerability. Not everyone has the emotional maturity or integrity to handle the intimate parts of your life with care. When you're selective about what you share and with whom, you protect yourself from unnecessary heartache and disappointment. Privacy in your personal life also fosters deeper, more meaningful relationships. When you share selectively, you create an environment of trust and respect with those who truly matter. It's not about building walls. It's about inviting the right people into your inner world. This intentional approach ensures that your connections are authentic and based on mutual understanding, rather than superficial curiosity. Another benefit of keeping your personal life private is the space it creates for introspection and growth. Life's most profound lessons often come from moments of solitude when you can reflect without outside interference. Privacy gives you the freedom to process your experiences, learn from your mistakes, and celebrate your victories in a way that feels genuine and unfiltered. Let me emphasize that this isn't about withdrawing from the world or isolating yourself. It's about honoring the sacredness of your personal journey. Share your light, but don't feel obligated to reveal every detail of how you shine. Some parts of your life are meant to remain yours alone, like a secret garden that nourishes your soul. In 2025, let us embrace the power of discretion. Guard your personal life with the care it deserves. Be selective about who you let in and what you share. Let the world see your strength, kindness, and integrity, but reserve the most intimate parts of your life for those who have earned the privilege of knowing you. Your personal life is your sanctuary, a place where you can grow, heal, and thrive. Protect it fiercely, nurture it lovingly, and watch as it becomes the foundation of a life lived with purpose, peace, and authenticity. Your faith journey, protecting the sacredness of your spiritual walk. Your faith journey is deeply personal. It's the foundation of your values, your purpose, and your connection to something greater than yourself. Whether you walk in belief, spirituality, or a specific faith tradition, this journey is sacred and should be treated with the utmost reverence. It is not something to be displayed for validation or to meet others' expectations. In a world that often treats faith as a spectacle, keeping your spiritual walk private can be one of the most empowering and protective choices you make. Let me start by saying faith is not a performance. It's not about how many prayers you've shared, how many scriptures you've quoted, or how many times you've attended service. Faith is about the heart, the quiet moments of reflection, the private conversations with God, the daily decisions that shape the person you are becoming. When you make your faith a public affair, you risk turning something deeply personal into a badge or status symbol. That's not what it was meant for. Your faith is not for approval, it's for transformation. In a world full of opinions and debates, sharing every aspect of your faith journey with others opens the door to judgment, criticism, and even mockery. Not everyone shares your beliefs or practices, and that's okay. When you overshare about your spiritual walk, you invite others to question or challenge your values, not out of genuine interest, but sometimes to create division or doubt. Privacy in your faith allows you to protect the purity of your beliefs and continue growing in peace without the weight of others' scrutiny. Moreover, the sacredness of your faith journey is rooted in the personal connection you have with your higher power. This connection is about trust, quiet prayer, and deep understanding, elements that cannot be defined by others. When you make your spiritual life too public, it can shift from being a source of inner peace and strength to a stage for performance. In silence, you allow your faith to evolve naturally and authentically without the pressure to measure up to anyone else's expectations. Privacy also gives you space to wrestle with your doubts, ask tough questions, and experience moments of struggle without fear of being misunderstood or judged. Your faith isn't perfect, and that's okay. It's a journey, a continuous process of growth, questioning, and transformation. Keeping it private offers you the room to work through the challenges, doubts you may face without feeling the need to explain them to others. Your vulnerability in those moments is sacred, and it deserves the space to exist without outside judgment. Additionally, your faith is personal because it shapes your character, actions, and relationships in profound ways. By protecting your faith journey, you allow it to influence your life authentically without the noise of external pressures or distractions. It's in the quiet moments of prayer, reflection, and worship that you find the strength to live your faith fully with integrity and conviction. The results of your faith journey will speak louder than any words you could say about it. Lastly, protecting your faith journey ensures that it remains rooted in what truly matters, your relationship with the divine and your inner peace. The world can pull you in many directions, but when your faith remains a personal, private matter, it keeps you grounded in what is eternal and unshakable. No one else can define your spiritual path for you. Only you can walk it, and you have the right to keep it close to your heart. In 2025, let your faith be a quiet and powerful force in your life. Guard it with reverence, humility, and authenticity. Protect your journey from becoming a spectacle and focus instead on the transformation it brings. Your faith is yours to live, grow in, and cherish, and the true beauty of it shines brightest when shared with those who will respect its sacredness. Keep it private, protect its purity, and let it be the foundation upon which you stand.